Vic is what they call him. What's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. ReDraft. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and chop it up about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
Dynasty Bro Vic here without our DJ.
I know, man. It feels quiet in the mud, bro.
It's all good, man. Hope he's feeling better, man. He's a little under the weather. We don't think it's COVID. It don't sound like COVID, but hey, it's still flu season and sick season and all that good stuff, man. Common cold, all that good stuff. So let's call it a common cold.
Common cold, and we got to keep ourselves safe. I know he got two young girls in that household, so many blessings to Avo. Turn around and get back here next week, bro. He not fired yet.
Depends.
I don't even know what that means, Vic. What does that mean?
It depends. No, I'm just kidding, man. Hey, speedy recovery, brother. Whatever you got going on.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. This year in fantasy has been rough, bro. Rough on me. So many injuries, just COVID kicking in, and I ain't doing the best, bro, in my most important leagues, man. So I'm really struggling to keep it together. That's why it's important to pay attention to us week by week, man. We get into this 4-minute offense. As to tell you the guys to pick up, the guys to drop, try to give some guys to trade for, little things like that. It's very important. And I told Vic, hey, I think this week is one of the most important 4-minute offenses we're going to get into because the significant injuries that happen to the players and their workload. So I'm excited about that. We're going to get into the Week 12 recap, tell the guys that blew up, tell the guys that shitted on our teams, and then we got some injuries, bro, so we got to get into them. You ready, man? Let's just get straight to it because it's jam-packed, bro.
Yeah, man, let's jump right in, man. So starting with the QBs, top QB performances this week. So number one goes to Josh Allen, and he's been looking good these past few weeks, man. So he had the number one performance at the QB spot, 26 fantasy points, 260 passing yards, 4 passing TDs, beat up on the Saints, man. So, yeah, man, it was a good performance.
That's what you take Josh Allen early for, man. I think he's the number one QB now, bro, officially on the season.
Yep.
So that's what you take Josh Allen for. And the Saints defense is real good when it comes to the run game. But Josh Allen ain't worried about that. He's throwing that ball everywhere. So shout out to him.
Yeah, man. All right, man, let's keep it pushing, man. Number two performance goes to Aaron Rodgers. This was a big game. I know everybody was excited and looking forward to this game. Of course, they played the Rams in Green Bay. So Aaron got it done, man. Like, it just goes to show no matter who he plays, he's going to bring his A game. I mean, he did it against the Cardinals, still beating up on the NFC West, beating up on the Rams. So 26-point fantasy performance, 300 passing yards, 2 passing TDs. They threw the ball a lot, man, like over 40 times.
Yeah, bro. Messed up toe and all. That boy out there, he had Randall Cobb looking like vintage Randall Cobb, bro.
He did. He actually has some speed. Like, he has some zip behind his, you know what I mean? Like, he just looked fast, like he's at Kentucky. He was out there zipping, and then he got hurt, got banged up.
Then he got hurt,
first
bro.
half, right? Was that first half?
One of many injuries this week, bro.
Yeah. All right, man, let's keep it pushing, man. So number 3 performance goes to Dak Prescott. So, of course, that was on Thanksgiving Day against the Raiders. He was down a weapon, actually down a couple weapons.
No
Amari, no CD Lamb, but he still had a nice day, man. 375 passing yards, 2 passing TDs. Of course, he didn't, finish the game, at least with, helping them secure the dub. Of course, they gave it to the Raiders in overtime, but from a fantasy perspective, he did his thing.
And that's all that matters, brother.
That's all that matters to us. All right, man. Let's keep pushing. Number 4 performance goes to Mac Jones. So he had a 21-point fantasy performance, 310 passing yards, 2 passing TDs, beat up on the Tennessee Titans, man. So that was another great win. So they're 8-4 now. Patriots are rolling, man.
Baby Brady, bro. Baby Brady. We owe Belichick some apologies, bro. Everybody was on Tom Brady nuts. As I respect, rooting Tom on after leaving and winning his first season in Tampa, but we got to put some respect on Belichick's name again, bro. Real shit. He got Mac Jones balling.
He balling, man, for sure, man. And then let's close it out with the number 5 performance, Matt Stafford. So, again, the Rams went into Green Bay, took that L against Aaron Rodgers, but from a fantasy perspective, Stafford put up 300 passing yards, 3 passing TDs. Van Jefferson, man, he had him a day, man. Hell of a day.
Yeah, bro. It was game script like a mug, bro. It's like they was trying to catch up the whole time. They was all getting down. But I'll say this, Odell, Stafford, and Van Jefferson all had 10 targets, bro. So it was like spread across evenly. So it was good to see that, man. Odell getting into play, Van Jefferson making his big plays, and, reliable Cooper Kupp. So it was cool to see that happen.
It was fire. And shout out to Mom Duke. She said, "What's up?" She said, "Hey, sons, we see you. Love you, Mom." Hey, he just threw up some gang. No, I'm just playing in a gang sign. All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man.
Gang signs, bro. That's
running backs, bro. So Leonard Fournette, man, monster performers against my Colts, man. 44 fantasy points, 100 yards on the ground. Man, he had like 4 TDs, right? So I believe he had, 1 in the air, 3 on the ground, man. So monster performance from Leonard Fournette, man.
Leonard Fournette, he scored 4 times. He knew what he was doing.
Man, he was balling so much, even Rojo hit the end zone, bro. Was that this week or was that last week? Okay.
I don't think Rojo hit the end zone this week.
Okay, that was last week. I'm getting last week messed up, man. I had too much turkey, too much desserts. All right, man. Let's keep it moving, man. Number 2 performance, a guy who's been balling, Joe Mixon. He's staying healthy. I know that was one of my concerns coming into the season, but hey, top 5 RB right now at the number 3 spot. Did his thing this past week against Pittsburgh. So 165 rushing yards, 2 rushing TDs, man. And hey, he's looking good, bro.
I think the most important thing you said was against Pittsburgh. They still have a good run defense, man. And really it's just game script, bro. I think now that, they got a good offense and got good weapons around them, they can move around. He's just been balling all year, staying healthy. The Geo move still helped a little bit, but just in general, the flow of the offense, just making Mixon such a good running back this year, bro.
Yep. All right, man. Let's keep it pushing. Number 3 performance goes to Elijah Mitchell coming back off injury. So he had the finger issue. So running back for the Niners, but 27 points, man, from a fantasy perspective, 103 rushing yards. He also had a touchdown this week, balling, man. And that was a good game too against Minnesota. They went back and forth, but they ended up edging them out.
Man, I just want to say shout out to them. They know what they're doing, bro. The way they scheme their offense. The only guys I know can take a running back early and a guy 3 rounds later in the draft and start him all year. That's fire, bro. That is fire.
That is fire. All right, man. Number 4 spot go to Atlanta's Cordero Patterson, man. So again, he's coming back off injury as well. 27 points from a fantasy perspective, and he just does it all, man. And he actually had his first 100-yard rushing game on the season. So
yes,
it's good to see. And of course, he still did damage in the passing game.
Hey, remember I told you he's that guy, bro. If you picked him up week 1 after we told you to, he's been dominating, bro. You just been riding away, bro. Week by week, plugging him in at running back and receiver, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. 5 and 6 go to a couple of guys from the Washington football team, man. So
I was about to say that. Yeah,
I gotta shout both of them out, man. So I know you hit me up yesterday. You said you needed a big day from Antonio Gibson. He gave it to you, bro.
Yep, him and Russell Wilson gave me the points I needed, bro. So shout out to them. I still lost. I didn't know. You want to know what's crazy? Lil Mike had J.D. McKissick. I had Gibson and Russell Wilson. So I lost by 10 points just because J.D. had a game too.
Yeah, J.D. put up 22. Antonio Gibson put up 23. So, yeah, man.
But it was cool, man. Though. Seeing both of them take off was good, bro.
It was, man. It was. All right, let's jump into the wide receivers, man. Number 1 performance goes to Jalen Waddle, rookie wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins. 28 fantasy points, man. He actually had him a day. 137 yards in the air and a touchdown, man. And you just see him slicing down the field, man, using that speed, man, just like, what we saw at Alabama.
Yeah, bro. You see him do the Waddle dance when he scored?
Yeah.
Hey, really, here's the thing, bro. I think a lot of people was nervous about Jalen Waddle because going into the season, Devontae Parker was a favorite of Tua. Gesicki is a favorite of Tua. They went and got Fuller on his 1-year deal. And every week, all we keep on saying is Parker will be back this week. Fuller going to be back this week. Bro, they ain't been back all year, and Waddle just been going out there playing the number 1. And he's showing why he was taken so early in the draft. He's just balling, bro. And just situation just turned out in his favor, bro. So I'm glad all of that shit came to light. He's been balling.
Handpicked by Tua, man. He had his, he could have picked between Waddle, Chase, Devonta. He's like, hey, give me Waddle. So there you go. First rookie wide receiver off the board. All right, man. I'm actually going to skip over to number 2 because I gave it to Cordero Patterson since he's an RB wide receiver, at least on sleeper. So number 3 performance goes to T. Higgins, man. It was good to see him get back, to a top finish. So he had 23 fantasy points, 6 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. T. Higgins, man, he's a baller, man. You already know that's one of my guys.
Yeah, the problem, everybody's so nervous that Jamar Chase has been balling all year. But if you pay attention to the numbers and not just the scores for fantasy, T. Higgins has been getting so many targets on a weekly basis, bro. So, it's hard to bench him and say that shit's not going to come to fruition eventually. So, it's good to see him put it together this week, bro. Joe Burrow only had about 180 passing yards. Higgins had 114. That's fire.
That's the thing, man. Bengals want to throw 40 times and give Joe Mixon 20 touches. You know what I mean? So that's their formula. 60 touches on offense, man. That's a high volume offense.
Facts. Big facts.
All right, bro. Number 4 goes to Adam Thielen. He did most of his damage in the red zone, but 62 yards, 5 catches, 2 touchdowns, man. So we'll take that all day long. So he balled out against the San Francisco 49ers with a 23-point fantasy performance. So that's just OG status right there. And his gritty gets better every week.
I was about to say, what dance move did he hit after his touchdown?
Hitting the gritty, man. He just, perfected it. It's funny, man, looking at the progression from last year when he first couldn't do it to now.
He looked he can get invited to the barbecue, bro.
Yeah, he definitely been hanging out in Baton Rouge with JJ and those guys, man.
Yeah, so shout out to him, bro. They said he couldn't do it. All he do is keep on scoring touchdowns, bro. Him and Kirk Cousins have a real good rapport in the red zone, bro. And Dalvin getting banged up, that he gonna look at that way even more, bro. That's his comfort zone.
Yeah, let's talk about the number 5 guy who's been a solid flex play over the past few weeks. Wide receiver for the New England Patriots, Kendrick Bourne, 5 catches, 61 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So that gives him 23 points on the week. He's becoming one of the, Mac Jones's favorite targets, man. And you know what? He even still might be out there on waivers. So I'm sure we'll talk about him in a 4-minute offense. But how do you feel about Kendrick Bourne, man, at least going forward at this point?
Bro, he's looking like he should be an every week play. Mac Jones is going to be able to pick some defenses apart. He's very accurate, and he doesn't have the best of weapons. So, any given week it could be anybody, but Kendrick Bourne showing that he's deserving to keep on playing. He's their big play guy. So I think he's going to be out there and be able to. Bro, the long touchdown he got, bro, I thought he was getting pushed out of bounds by the whole defense. Some reason he stayed on his toes and got the long touchdown. But yeah, bro, he's their big play guy. He's a good weapon, and I think those are the kind of guys Belichick like that can make plays out of nothing. So he's gonna keep doing it, bro.
All right, I do want to shout the number 6 guy, Hunter Renfro. That was, one of my guys for this week. 8 catches, 134 yards, 21 fantasy points. I'm gonna call him a poor man's Cooper Kupp, not because he's white, but just the way he works the field, man. He does damage. I know, last year and even the year before that, he was kind of spotty with his production, but now it's being more consistent, especially with Waller being out or at least being hurt. He's one of the primary targets in the passing game. So, yeah, man, I do like Hunter Renfro. I think he should be in your lineups going forward. If he hasn't already been, at least in your flex spot or wide receiver 3 spot.
Bro, he's a PPR wide receiver 2 if Waller about to miss weeks. Trust me, it's going to be a good play.
All right, let's move over to the tight end position. Number 1 performance goes to my hometown coach, Jack Doyle, man. So 20 points from a fantasy perspective, 6 catches, 81 yards and a touchdown. And, if you watch that game against the Buccaneers, Colts abandoned the run early, man. They just wanted to throw. And then in the fourth quarter, I guess they were reminded that they had a beast back there called Jonathan Taylor who could run the ball. So it just goes to show, man, we need to play to our strengths and not run away from defensive strengths. But it worked out for Jack Doyle in this sense. So, but he might be out there on waivers. He's not a guy I'm checking for, to be honest, though.
Hell nah.
with these Colts tight ends, man, it's a dart throw. So don't want to play the streaming game there.
If you confidently played Jack Doyle this week in your lineup, confidently, DM me, man. I'm trying to see something. I might have a PayPal for you.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's move on to the number 2 performance. Goes to Rob Gronkowski. So he had a 19-point game against the Colts. Hey, he did his thing, man. That's what Gronk does. So 7 catches, 123 yards. We kept him out of the end zone, but he made some big plays on Sunday for Tom Brady.
Yeah, bro. Him and Tom Brady ain't going nowhere. It's the Gronk and Brady show. He made, and nobody else did shit, bro. Godwin had a bad game. Evans had a bad game. Gronk and Fournette. That's all it was this week.
That's all it was, man. Number 3 performance goes to Dawson Knox, tight end for the Buffalo Bills, doing most of his damage in the red zone. So look, 3 catches, 32 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. So that gives him 18 points. I do like Dawson Knox. I'm not concerned about the volume only because he does get his looks in the red zone. So I'm definitely comfortable, running a Dawson Knox if you don't have a top 5 play at the tight end spot. And he's right now tight end 7.
He has a carved out role on one of the best throwing offenses in the NFL. Of course, you want to play him every week.
All right, man. Number 4 goes to Mark Andrews, my guy. Currently tight end 2 on the season, but he had a big, I want to put like this. He had some big catches. So we saw the one-handed catch. Was that in the end zone? I know there was one where he
it was short.
Okay. But that was one where he actually fought through pass interference. And then there was a touchdown he came back with, I believe, on the same drive from Lamar, man. He just scrambled around and just threw it down there and made some big plays, man. So we'll take it. Love the volume, though. He saw 10 targets, but only secured 4 catches, but hit the end zone. So we'll take it. 16 points on the week.
Lamar just be throwing it in the vicinity, bro, and just be like, man, I hope he get this mug.
Yeah.
But you got to trust your weapons, bro. Mahomes said all the times, bro, I trust my guys in one-on-ones. That's what they make the big bucks for. You got to trust them, bro. A lot of quarterbacks need to let that ride. I feel like if you throw a superstar tight end or receiver, a 50-50 ball, and it gets intercepted, I don't think that's all on the quarterback. That's what you pay those receiving options for, to win 50-50 ball. So I ain't mad at Lamar.
That's true. QB did his job, got it there, and receivers and pass catchers got to win.
Facts. Big facts.
All right, man. Number 5 spot, a guy who I like going to the short week, Thanksgiving week, Dalton Schultz. So, of course, no CeeDee Lamb, no Amari Cooper. To me, it just made sense, if you want to run Dalton Schultz. So he actually showed up, man. So 3 catches on 7 targets, scored a touchdown, and hit a 2-point conversion. So they helped him land 15 points on the week.
Yeah, and I actually like him when all those weapons are there. They open up the field for him. So, just because they were gone, that doesn't mean he had the most volume. I think he has some of his best games when everybody's active. So he's a good play, solid player every week.
All right, bro. You want to talk through these injuries?
Yes, sir. Let's get to them, man. Let's start here. Deandra Swift came out the game on Thursday with a shoulder injury, bro. And saying there's a chance that he missed. I'm thinking that he misses, bro. He's not really practicing right now. And that's your young stud, bro. You don't start testing the waters when you don't got nothing to play for. You feel me?
Yeah.
That team is a team that has nothing to play for at this point. So monitor him. Same game, Darren Waller came out with the knee issue. And this just another week of, just being hurt by the guy, you banked on him being a top 2, top 3 tight end. And, just the second time facing injury now. So monitor him. It's look like if I had to bank on it, Waller will miss at least a week. So
yeah,
I'll guarantee at least a week. Christian McCaffrey, big blow, out for the season again with that ankle injury. Just starting to wear and tear, man. He went out, looked like he came back in, got one play, got one run, a couple snaps, and just went out for the rest of the game. I guess he wasn't feeling it. So he's out on IR, missing the rest of his second year. He's basically missing the rest of the season. Alvin Cook, another top back, shoulder injury. Looked like he was hurt, bro. I was watching. I said, man, what's going on with Dalvin? Usually when you see people have shoulder injuries, something they usually shake through, like pop out of place or some shit. He was down for the count for a minute, bro. Debo, you talk about Cordero Patterson playing running back and receiver. Debo's doing it all, man. He's been leading many teams this year. He's out. He's with a groin injury. Look like he's going to be out multiple weeks, looking at 1 or 2 at least. Dan Arnold. I've been starting to play Dan Arnold. I feel like as soon as I put him in my roster in a 1.0 league, he just starts sucking. And now he's hurt, bro. And it's serious injury. I think he's going to be out weeks, so he'll probably miss the rest of the fantasy season too. So those are all the out injuries, man. And we got guys coming back, like hopefully Kyler and Hopkins play. It sucks not having those pieces, but those are the major injuries right now, bro. And they're major. Those are pretty major.
Yeah, they are, man. Appreciate all that there. Let's get into some of the games that's coming up this week. So let's look ahead to the Thursday night game. You got the Cowboys at the Saints. So we should have CeeDee Lamb returning back to the roster. Coming off the concussion. Still want to monitor the Amari Cooper situation.
They said he's going to play.
All right. And then also you do have Taysom Hill starting this week. So he's taking over for Trevor Siemian.
Bro, the real thing is Kamara coming back. He had a limited practice today. You think he plays, man? Yeah or nay?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I think he does, man. Only because NFC game. Then also they got Tampa Bay coming up, and then Carolina and Atlanta. So they definitely, actually, what's their record, bro? Do they even still got a shot in the NFC? Yeah, well, right now they're 5-6. Yeah, they're 5-6. So I mean, they still got a shot at wild card. Given that, and see, my mind's in fantasy playoff mode. I'm looking at it like we got 2 weeks winding down, but NFL still got a long way to go for the real playoffs. So it's we just crossed over mid-season for them. So yeah, for me, I think Kamara's back this week.
Okay.
All right, man. Some other games. So let's get into the primetime game. So Sunday night, you actually got Denver at Kansas City. That should be a good one. That's a division game, AFC West. So I'm looking forward to that matchup, especially with that Denver defense, man. They look like, things are starting to click for them. So you got Patrick Surtain, the second, he just ran back a pick 6, which was nice. So yeah. And everyone thought with them losing Von Miller, that defense was, going to kind of fold, at least up front, but that just lit a fire under them, at least from what I've been seeing these past few weeks.
Yeah, boys. It's what we've been waiting for, the Patrick Mahomes, Teddy Bridgewater show. Boys, what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm more excited to see that Denver defense, if anything.
I know. I'm just talking shit.
But Monday night, man, we got the Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. So 8-4 Pats at the 7-4 Buffalo Bills. That's going to be a good game, man. This can, definitely have some playoff implications, especially on the division. So I know it's early on, but a division is still up for grabs. 2 teams, man, fighting for the AFC East. So this should be a good one.
Who you got in the game?
I'm going with the Bills, man. I know Mac Jones and the Pats are hot, but Buffalo Bills at home, I just like the Bills, but I'm sure Bills going to have something for that offense, that Bills offense for sure. It should be a good game, but it's definitely a good test.
You have said Bills so many times, talking about Bill Belichick and then the Bills. I'm like, bro, I'm so confused. Which Bills you talking about?
I got the Buffalo Bills at home. I'm going to take that.
All right. I got Bill Belichick.
On the road? All right.
Yo. I'm going with the defensive scheme, bro. And baby Brady.
But I will say this, man. They need a running back. The Bills do. So
Matt Breida.
Zach Moss was a healthy scratch. Singletary couldn't get going.
Matt Breida.
They definitely drafting a running back.
They gonna draft one and still not use him, bro. I could just see it happen.
I know, man. I know. Cool. All right, man. You want to get to this 4-minute offense, but before we do that, man, tell the people where they can follow you at.
Follow me at DynastyBro. on Instagram and Twitter, and follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. Where can we follow you at, bro?
Follow me at Chiefs FF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast where you're listening, Dynasty Bros FF. Yeah, man, we show you how to dominate your league. So you might feel like you outside looking in on these playoffs. We got you these next couple of weeks.
Facts, man. It's never out until you all the way out.
Until it's official. Till you wake up Tuesday morning like it's Christmas and See you in the 7th spot.
Shit dead for her at that point. All
Or
right,
the
so
9th
look, the
spot.
4 or the 9th spot. You know how that go. Games be so tight in the league. So this is what we're gonna do. 4-minute offense. This is where we grind and talk about the guys that you need to add this week going into the waiver process. Some guys you need to drop. Some guys we've done with for the rest of the season, and maybe on the back end splashing some guys to trade for, hopefully. But that's what we're gonna do, man. So I'm ready. I'm about to start the timer real quick, bro. When we hear that thing go off, that means we good. So you ready?
Ready, bro.
3, 2, you start off. Go.
All right, man. My first ad, if you need some tight end help with Darren Waller being out this week, a 1-week streamer, man, I'm going to go with Foster Moreau. So he had a big game week 7. And that's when Darren Waller dealt with that ankle injury. So he stepped in and scored 18 fantasy points, 6 catches on 6 targets, 1 touchdown. So if you need a streaming option this week, definitely like the Foster Moreau play.
All right. Look, the number 1 running back going into the season just officially went out for the rest of the season, Christian McCaffrey. So you got to go get the first initial backup. That's Mr. Chuba Hubbard, rookie. We've seen what he could do, man. And those, I think it was about 5 games in a row, 5, 6 games where Christian was out and Chuba actually played. He was very serviceable. He's going to be the lead back. He's going to get the initial run. So that's what you want. In that offense, they do scheme running backs well. So I would go after Chuba Hubbard. That's going to be the first running back in line for the starting role.
All right. This is a dart throw play. But if you need some wide receiver help, Josh Reynolds, wide receiver for the Lions, he stays on the field. So last week played 88% of the snaps, led the wide receivers. So he had 16 fantasy points, 3 catches on 5 targets and a touchdown. Week before that, of course, they played in Cleveland. No catches on 3 targets, but out there for 90% of the snaps. So I like that. He's out there more than even Khalif Raymond, playing more snaps than Amon-Ra St. Brown. Of course, CJ Hopkins is their number 1 pass catcher outside of Deandra Swift, who's hurt. So I'm expecting the veteran to continue his streak right now. So that's a deep dart throw.
All right. This is a guy that's not a dart throw. Let's go down to Minnesota and talk about Mr. Alexander Madison. We loved this guy because we know his talent and what that offense does with the running back. So it looks like Alvin Cook is going to miss some weeks. Not saying his season ending yet, but there's a chance it could be the rest of your fantasy season still. So this is a guy that can help you be a league winner going into the playoffs. So just make sure you drop some decent money in a guy that's going to get the exact same role Dalvin Cook got. You know, he has the talent to hold up for that. So Mr. Alexander Madison, bro.
All right, man. Wide receiver, we talked about it. Another one, a guy who I am more comfortable with, if he's out there, Kendrick Bourne. So I definitely think he's a guy that should be in your lineup at the flex spot. So again, Mac Jones is balling. They're about to go into the shootout here with the Buffalo Bills. I'm expecting them to put points up on both sides, so they're going to have to throw. So all the attention is going to be on Jacoby, and of course those tight ends. So Kendrick Bourne, he's been getting it done.
All right, and I'm going to get into another running back. That's a 3-pack, man. It's a guy who was basically in their healthy roles, and when the offense was flowing, they were close enough splitting 50-50 to the run, even down to the pass production. Mr. Jamal Williams, a running back for the Detroit Lions. I know we hate that offense, but one thing that's been for sure about it is they suck so bad, they've been throwing it to their running backs. And if Swift happens to miss time, which it looks like he's going to at least miss this week, Jamal Williams, man, you got to fire him up because it's the same role we like from Swift. Jamal Williams can do everything and get that same exact role on a bad offense with a bad defense. So they're always going to be playing from behind. And those are the kind of pieces you look for. So Mr. Jamal Williams.
All right. That's all the ads I got. You got some more?
I kept saying that Chuba Hubbard is the initial back, but Amir Abdullah's been getting all the pass work, even when Christian was there. He's been coming in, getting his own little pieces of target. So I want to mention him. I also want to mention Sony Michel if Darrell Henderson goes out, just because that's a great offense. And Tevin Coleman didn't look that bad. I don't know if this is a total offensive thing, that the running game has just been looking a little better, not confident in him, but hey, he's starting running back for the next few weeks. There we go, my G.
All right. I was going to throw in Dontrell Hilliard. I know the Titans are on a bye week this week, but it's that time of the year where, hey, sometimes you got to jump out and get a guy a week early too, so and stash him if you're desperate. So if you miss out on all these other running backs Dot mentioned, get you some Dontrell and plan for next week.
Big facts, bro. Big facts.
All right, bro. That was fire, man.
I know. I wish Ava was here to walk us out, bro.
It's all good. That means you got to do it.
All right. Hey, you know how we do. Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Dot. That's Vic. You know what I'm saying? And we just here showing you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Pro style. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do it until next week. And make sure you tune in next week. So we're going to tell you how to do even more shit. And that's how we do it because we're the pros.
And we got to feed these babies.
How was the energy? Was it close?
It was good, bro. I definitely want to say we got to pull the Young Dolph tribute next week with the music. So looking forward to that.
Definitely, bro. We're gonna kick all that shit off.
Rest in peace, to Young Dolph, man.
Rest in peace, Dolph. Rest in peace to these leagues that niggas can't win in. And if you ain't there yet, keep pushing through. Make sure you keep listening. We're gonna show you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro style.
Dynasty Bro style.